Well, at this time of year, this is a frequent sight in these parts. Snow in the forecast as we come to you from Cleveland Browns Stadium here in downtown Cleveland. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Hey, look at this Packers defense.
They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They begin the drive with Williams. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense for the Browns very strong in that victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's a 2nd and 8. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that, because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
Trucks over it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You look at this Browns defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Up. Yards on 3rd down. They'll take it. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little...
Well, it's a Packers touchdown. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 75. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Henry up the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Ty Davis Price, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Still going. They can't stop him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, we often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Packers.
Harrison Bryant, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Second down, and again, it's Davis Price.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Powell.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now it's Martin. Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost, hold on to it. Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here we go.
Third and 12.
Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
So a tough situation to overcome here. Third and 17. Howell out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Davis Price again.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Davis Price will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some...
There he goes, left side. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Packers. Chuba Hubbard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Packers 21.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Second down, Howell back to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Howell throwing on third down here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Always enjoy a good fake. I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his football. He's been looking for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Browns.
Tyler Scott,
42 yards.
and the Browns are able to widen their advantage.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
47-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Green Bay.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Yellow.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Davis Price.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
completing the quick throw out wide. Touchdown! Darius Davis from 6 yards away. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Score Browns 42, Packers 21. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Yellow. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans,
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be...
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Browns.
Anthony Schwartz
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Davis Price up the middle.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
29-yard line.
2nd down and a yard. They'll toss it right side to Davis Price.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Going for it, here's Davis Price.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them with the turnovers, they've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a give left side, Brown with it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howell gets it out wide to Davis Price.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now Howell.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Running left, Davis Price. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Davis Price once more.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same. And he's in. Touchdown.
Ty Davis Price.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 25-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And they work this well upfield across
across the 45. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Kamara try the right side. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall.
The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Another touch for Davis Price.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
64 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Powell's throw going to be caught by Davis.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Second down, here's Davis Price. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They got his man complete. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, 57 colors.
Running right, here's Brown. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Here we go with Kamara. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. Down to the 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Sheds off the tackle. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not And in the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
43! Hey, rip blitz, rip blitz!
Mahomes now on first down. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile,